Hello everyone, welcome to a conversation that's as British as a cup of tea. Yes, we're talking about the weather, but this year, it's not just the usual drizzle or a passing shower that's got everyone chatting. There's something different in the air, and it's got the whole country buzzing. In the UK, weather talk is more than small talk. It's a way of life. Whether you're waiting for a bus, queuing at the shop, or just bumping into a neighbor, the weather is always the perfect icebreaker. It connects us, gives us something to share, and sometimes, even something to grumble about together. But as we look to 2026, the conversation is changing. It's not just about whether you'll need an umbrella tomorrow, or if the sun will make a rare appearance at the weekend. The weather is becoming more unpredictable and the stakes are higher than ever before. It's not just about tomorrow's rain, it's about bigger, more dramatic shifts. We're seeing patterns that our grandparents never imagined: sudden downpours, unexpected heat waves, and storms that seem to come out of nowhere. Meteorologists say 2026 will be a year of extremes, thanks to climate trends and shifting Atlantic patterns. The experts are warning us to expect the unexpected, as the usual rules of British weather are being rewritten before our eyes. Imagine a recipe: a warming climate, hotter seas, and a restless jet stream, all mixing together. This powerful combination is stirring up the atmosphere, making our weather more volatile and harder to predict. The result? Higher highs, heavier rains, and longer dry spells. We're talking about flash floods in places that rarely saw them before, and heat waves that last longer and feel more intense. Even the countryside is feeling the strain, with fields turning from muddy to parched in a matter of weeks. This isn't just for scientists. These changes will affect what we wear, how we travel, and even our moods. Choosing an outfit in the morning is becoming a gamble, and getting caught in a sudden downpour is almost a rite of passage. The weather is shaping our routines, our plans, and even our conversations with friends and family. Farmers, event organizers, and councils are all watching closely, preparing for floods, heat waves, and everything in between. For those who work outdoors or plan big events, the weather is now a major player, sometimes friend, sometimes foe. Understanding what's coming helps us all get ready, not just react. It means packing that extra raincoat, checking the forecast before heading out, and making sure our homes and communities are prepared for whatever comes next. So, let's take a tour across the UK, region by region, from the misty Scottish Highlands to the rolling Welsh valleys, from bustling London to the wind-swept Cornish coast. Every corner of the country is feeling these changes in its own way. We'll break down the forecast for each area: temperature, rain, storms, and sunshine. You'll see how the weather is set to shape not just the landscape, but the way we live, work, and play in 2026. And most importantly, what it means for your daily life. Will your morning commute be disrupted by sudden storms? Will your favorite park be flooded or basking in unexpected sunshine? The answers matter more than ever. Will it change your commute, your summer plans, or your local economy? Small businesses, holiday makers, and families are all watching the skies, wondering how to adapt and make the most of whatever weather comes their way. So, grab a cuppa. Let's dive into the UK's wild weather for 2026. Whether you're a weather enthusiast or just want to know if you'll need your wellies, this journey will help you prepare for a year like no other. In the southeast, London, Kent, Sussex, 2026 is all about intensity. The region is bracing for a year where the weather is not just a backdrop but a main character in daily life. From the bustling heart of London to the rolling fields of Kent and the sun-drenched hills of Sussex, the heat will be impossible to ignore. Expect more frequent, longer heat waves, with temperatures often hitting the low to mid-30s Celsius. These aren't just brief spells of warmth. These are stretches of relentless sun, where the mercury climbs and stays high, day after day. For many, it will feel like the southeast has shifted closer to the Mediterranean. London's urban heat will make the city feel even hotter, straining transport and infrastructure. The underground will become a sweltering tunnel, roads may soften and buckle, and buses will crawl through shimmering streets. Commuters will need patience, and plenty of water. Instead of steady drizzle, expect long dry spells broken by sudden intense downpours. Flash floods could disrupt commutes and overwhelm drains. Streets that were parched one day may be underwater the next, as the weather swings from drought to deluge in a matter of hours. Gardeners will battle drought and deluge, while air conditioning becomes a must-have. Lawns will turn brown, flowers will wilt, and watering cans will become essential tools. For many, installing or upgrading air conditioning will move from a luxury to a necessity. The NHS will be on alert for heat waves, and big events like Wimbledon will need serious heat plans. Medical teams will prepare for heat stroke and dehydration, while organizers scramble to provide shade, water, and cooling stations for crowds. On the bright side, there'll be more sunshine, great for tourism and outdoor fun. Parks will fill with picnickers, festivals will thrive, and the region's outdoor attractions will see record crowds. Ice cream sales will soar, and every patch of shade will be prized. Kent and Sussex beaches will be packed, but farmers will struggle with water shortages and sudden storms. Fields may crack under the sun, only to be battered by heavy rain. The challenge will be to adapt quickly, as the weather refuses to settle into any predictable pattern. It's a year to plan ahead, stay cool, and be ready for weather whiplash. Checking the forecast will become a daily ritual, and being prepared for anything, heat, storms, or sudden changes, will be the new normal. The Southeast will be a region of feast or famine, sunny days, sudden storms, and everything in between. 2026 will test resilience, creativity, and the ability to adapt, as the weather writes its own dramatic story across the landscape. In the Southwest, Dorset to Cornwall, 2026 is shaped by the Atlantic. Expect a milder winter, but with much more rain, especially in autumn and winter. Storms will be frequent, bringing strong winds and big waves. Coastal erosion and ferry disruptions are likely. Flooding risks rise in places like the Somerset levels, and travel could be tricky with road and rail delays. Farmers will face waterlogged fields and crop disease, while tourism leans into all-weather attractions. Lower heating bills are a plus, but gray skies may dampen spirits. The region's beauty will shine through, but waterproofs and backup plans are a must. In 2026, the Southwest will be green, wild, and unpredictable. The Midlands, right at the UK's center, will see the wildest swings in 2026. Hot, dry summers could bring drought and low canal levels, while sudden intense storms threaten flash floods. Urban areas like Birmingham and Coventry face surface water flooding and travel chaos. Festivals and events will need to prepare for both heat and violent storms. Farmers must juggle irrigation for drought and drainage for deluge, a tough balancing act. Residents will need to be ready for anything. Frosty mornings, sweltering afternoons, and rapid changes. The Peak District's beauty will be dramatic, but hikers must stay alert. The Midlands will be a true microcosm of the UK's new weather extremes. In 2026, expect the unexpected. The north of England is a region of contrasts in 2026. West of the Pennines, think Cumbria and Lancashire, will be wetter, with higher flood risks. East of the Pennines, Yorkshire and the northeast will be drier and sunnier, but face water shortages. This east-west divide will shape daily life, from travel disruptions in the west to booming tourism on the east coast. Farmers in the east will worry about dry fields, while those in the west brace for floods. Planning ahead is key. Waterproofs for the Lake District, sun cream for Scarborough. The North's weather split will be a constant talking point in 2026. Scotland's weather in 2026 will be even more dramatic than usual. More frequent, intense Atlantic storms will batter the west coast and islands, disrupting ferries and flights. Winters will be milder, but when cold air arrives, expect heavy, disruptive snow in the highlands. Ski resorts could see longer seasons, but communities may face isolation and road closures. Industries like whiskey and aquaculture will need to adapt to flooding and stormier seas. Wind farms will thrive, but everyone will need to be ready for rapid changes. Hikers and visitors should prepare for 4 seasons in a day. Scotland's wild beauty will be on full display. In 2026, Scotland's weather will be breathtaking and challenging. Wales in 2026 will see its classic weather, rain and green valleys, turned up a notch. Expect a wetter year, especially in Snowdonia and the Brecon Beacons, raising flood risks in river valleys. The coast will face stronger storms and higher seas, impacting paths and communities. Summers will have sunny spells, but rain fronts will interrupt. Always keep a raincoat handy. Farmers get greener pastures but face waterlogged fields and livestock health issues. Tourism will focus on adventure, with the right gear, making any weather enjoyable. Community resilience will be tested, but the Welsh spirit will shine through. In 2026, Wales will be wild, wet, and wonderfully resilient. Northern Ireland in 2026 will be milder and wetter, living up to its Emerald Isle name. Fewer cold snaps, but more rain and cloud, especially in autumn and winter. Flooding risks rise in low-lying areas, and Lough Neagh's water levels will be closely watched. Sunshine will be rare, so locals will seize every bright moment. Farmers will see lush grass for dairy and beef, but struggle with wet fields and potato blight. Outdoor attractions will be moodier and more dramatic, but waterproofs are essential. Indoor culture will thrive as people seek shelter from the rain. In 2026, Northern Ireland's weather will reward those ready for a bit of rain. Across the UK, 2026 is shaping up to be a year of truly amplified weather. The patterns we've seen in recent years are only set to intensify. Drier places will experience even longer spells without rain, while wetter regions will see more frequent and heavier downpours. This means that the familiar British weather we all talk about is becoming more unpredictable, and the contrasts between regions are growing sharper than ever before. Storms are expected to get stormier, with stronger winds and heavier rainfall. The key to facing these changes is preparation, not panic. It's important to regularly check weather forecasts, invest in reliable waterproof clothing, and make sure your home is ready for whatever comes. Whether that's securing loose items outside or making sure gutters are clear. Having a plan for both heat waves and floods is essential. Pack emergency kits with essentials like water, food, and medication. Make sure you know where to go if you need to evacuate, and keep important documents safe. Look out for your neighbors, especially those who are elderly or have health conditions, as they may need extra help during extreme weather. During weather extremes, community support is vital. Councils and event organizers must have robust weather plans in place to keep everyone safe. Farmers, too, will need to adapt by planting more resilient crops and using smarter irrigation systems to cope with changing rainfall patterns. Better water management and innovative farming techniques will be crucial for our food security. It's a team effort. When everyone does their part, from individuals to local authorities, we can all be better prepared. The weather will continue to shape our plans, our landscapes, and even our daily conversations. By understanding the forecasts and taking simple practical steps, we can fall down so we're doing window den salben switer. Chowamper died donate with the down and super benberg dops of mind out. Whether it's enjoying a sunny day or respecting storm warnings by staying indoors, being prepared means we can make the most of every season. So enjoy the sunshine when it comes, respect the storms when they arrive, and take pride in the UK's incredible variety of weather. By working together and staying informed, we can appreciate the beauty and challenges of our changing climate, and that's the weather for now.